firstly, let's get out of the way. Is there any update on the manager's search?
Not at this time. No, the process is ongoing. Obviously, I've been charged with taking the team for the weekend's game, so that's what we're doing. I'm focused on that really, and other people in the board and above there will be continuing the process.
Yeah, is it a process that will take as long as it takes? Effectively, there's no time frame. You just got to get the appointment right.
I think that's the best way to describe it. I mean, at any given stage, it's like signing a player. When you sign him and he hasn't kicked the ball, it's a great signing. Ultimately, we got to hope that what we hear and what we discover in the process of bringing the guy in is followed through, and that's it. Really, we want everybody who's ever been a manager at Bristol Rovers Football Club to succeed. Of course we do. Nobody wants anybody not to succeed. So, like you said, how long's a piece of string?
Yeah. Do you have a short list in mind or anything like that, or is it just a case of playing it by ear?
Well, I think it's folly for us to speculate. Names will be bandied about because of people have heard things, or people's uncles, dogs, aunties, cats meowed, and that's come out as a name that they've heard before. So from that point of view, we can, we have to play straight bat, for want of a better expression. I'm not a cricket man myself, but at the end of the day, when the relevant information is in, and we can give it to you, we will absolutely give it to you, no problem.
Absolutely. From your point of view, on a personal note, how much did you enjoy the win over Portsmouth?
Yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed it. Listen, at the end of the day, you go to work in football, no matter what your role is, and you want to win football matches. It's as simple as that. And I think for them lads to get that feeling back, it was always coming. I trust that myself, and it wasn't me, it was them on the pitch. So from that point of view, everybody involved in the football club should have enjoyed it, and hold that feeling, because it's a feeling we want to repeat as often as we can between now and the end of the season, of course, as a club.
Yeah, how much of a shot in the arm for confidence can that do? A win against a team like Portsmouth, it can only be a good thing moving forward, I would have think.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously, without stating the bleeding obvious as it is, that's true. You're playing against a team there. I said it on Tuesday to a few people, I think they'll be there or thereabouts. If you finish above Portsmouth, you're probably going to get promoted. So we've gone toe-to-toe with the side. By their admission, they said they were below their par. We were probably as well as we can be at this moment in time in terms of the output of the whichever guys were on the pitch at any given time. But I think that's an indication of the trust that's needed in the group. And then, if that's something that, the plan we gave them worked for that game. We have a different plan for the game at the weekend because it's a different opposition, as we did for the previous Saturday when there was a no-show. So, we just got to focus literally game. I know it's an old cliche in football, but it's absolutely true. Inside the building, you have to just focus on the next game.
Yeah, and what sort of a game are you expecting from Gillingham?
Never an easy task going up against Steve. He's a proper football man. Whatever people say about him, he wants to do the best he possibly can for the team that he fronts up. And I've come across Steve many times in many different guises. But I had a chat with him when they played at the Mem a few weeks ago, and he's a charming fella off the pitch, by the way. But he just wants to win a game, and he's got somebody equally as vociferous and equally as keen to win a game in the other bench, so that should be interesting.
Yeah, of course you beat Portsmouth midweek. They lost midweek. Does that have any effect on the game at the weekend? Does it mean anything, the form that teams are taking into a particular game?
I mean, again, that's one of them questions. There's no right or wrong answer to that, because we went into the Portsmouth game having not won for a period of time, so the form would have suggested we couldn't win the game. But that's paper. Football isn't played on paper, it's played on the grass. So from that point of view, what I do know is we'll be prepared the best we can be, and what we have as a resource or resources to prepare these guys, is really good. And we were in yesterday, the staff beginning the preparation. It was that quick of a turnaround, because that's what it is. There's no days off. It's the players will get rest. Of course they will. They need it, because their schedule is relentless. But us behind the scenes, we're at it the next morning, and we were to a man getting it sorted. So when we leave here, we'll be down the road to the quarters, and it'll be back on it with Gillingham totally in the crosshair.
Yeah, 2 points above the relegation zone, but Gillingham are only 10 points above you, aren't they? So it's a big game in that respect. You'll be looking to move closer to them.
Yeah, I mean, again, we can't affect other teams other than the one that we're playing against. We've got to just affect our preparation and our performance on a game-to-game basis. I used Plymouth as an example to the lads last week and said, it wasn't that long ago that we had them at the Mem and we won that game, and they were going through a really tough time at the time, and they've gone on a really good run, and look where they've gone. Oxford the same. Early in the season they had their bad spell very early on, and they've turned it round, and the confidence that they've gained by putting a couple of back-to-back wins is immeasurable. It really is. Confidence can't be measured in cups or in containers. It can only be measured in result.
Yeah, Max Amer, is he likely to be fit to face his former club?
Well, again, I'm in the office, and I'm going to go down to the quarters now to catch up. But I don't think it's going to be a long term thing. So with a bit of luck, he'd be available. But I'm yet to speak to the medical staff.
Yeah, I bet he's keen. He'd be keen to play against his old club, though, wouldn't he? In that respect.
Yeah, I would like to think so. I mean, he spent numerous seasons there and was an ever present most times. So I've experienced that myself, going back to clubs, and sometimes you go there with a bit too much hype on you. It's not about the individuals, it's about the group. And whichever group is taken to Gillingham, I can tell you they'll be given what they've got on the day to try and bring what we can back from there.